All right, I know it looks like just seconds since you've last seen us, but we have actually taken a month and a half off of the build. I had a major project that I was working on for my business, so Ryan and I took the time we needed to get that totally taken care of. That is done and passed, as well as the holidays, and now we are ready to get back to work. The first item on our to-do list is getting this blower door test passed. So we're working on filling the rafter bays from the outside that we have access to with some extra insulation that's actually just going down between the insulation that's already there and the blocking that's there, just to try to prevent any air to sneak through and go underneath that then can go into our house. So that's the first thing we're working on, and then we will be going back inside the house to even work on some more baffles that we need to put on, like you guys saw us doing in a previous episode. All right, we're gonna get to work. Do you know how many calories are in Cheetos? A lot. Do you feel like no air shall pass now?
No air shall pass.
All right, I'm gonna go over to the other side and start prepping it.
Okay.
Okay, I've got 5 of these already for you.
Maybe. If I could travel back in time and know what we needed to do to pass this blower door test, it would make my life so much better. Because we are back crawling around on our hands and knees, playing with insulation, when all we really want to be doing is finishing our kitchen and finishing this bathroom and doing all the fun stuff that makes this house a home. But instead, we're playing with insulation. So anyway, we're trying to get all the baffles in for our blocking and trying to get this house as tight as it can be so we can pass our blower door test and move on to some of those fun things.
Are you adding more foam? I feel like I put in so much foam.
Just down at the blocking, there was a little spot where I was like...
You're like, that's where all the air is getting in. So
this one already has a baffle in it?
Yeah. It's baffled. Can you like see other insulation on the other side of that wall at all?
I just like put so much insulation in here.
That you just don't even know now.
All right, Sarah and I just got done re-insulating the bays over on this side and on the other side of the house. We put those new baffles in and we think everything is looking pretty good. But now this whole area is just a complete mess and we have to get this area clear because we are going to replace the can lights with sealed lights because we want to see if that might be a point of intrusion. And then we're going to take off this metal trim that we have up at the ridge beam, add additional insulation up there because we think that's another problem spot. So first step is to get this area picked up, and then we can move on to the next step.
All right, we are back in the build, and today we get to go up high and take down the trim on our vaulted ceiling up here. We're gonna take off that steel trim, and we're gonna see if we can get some more insulation up in that area where the insulation would meet our beam. We felt like there was a lot of air coming out there. Now our hopes are that we can just do it up here where it's really easy to get to, and not have to worry about over here where we need to get out the scaffolding and put on its 3 layers. So right now Ryan's actually replacing one more light. So we're putting over an LED cover on those areas, and it'll provide a better seal than the traditional canned lights do, because that's another area where we were feeling a lot of air come through during the blower door test. So Ryan's gonna get that light done, then we'll get the small scaffolding set up and we'll start working on this trim.
I feel like when we got our cabin kit, we ordered it in 2019.
Yeah.
Were blower door tests a thing then?
It sounds like code started in 2019 is when they were started to be required.
Yeah.
So if you don't have baffles, then this is a huge area that is unsealed. That air just can come pouring through.
Yeah.
And if you just had one of these, basically, like that isn't a big space, and it's basically sealed.
Mm-hmm.
So. Okay, so I was using this. I'm using this. What do they call it? Like duct seal that they use, like electricians use and HVAC people. But I'm using it to. I'm going to put a little bead all the way around the outside edge of the light here, so that it makes a nice, like, airtight seal.
Did you do that on the other ones?
Yeah.
This is the kind of stuff I like on the build.
There's a lot of them to do, so you'll
Okay.
you'll get your chance.
Yeah, because I can be making them while you're up on the scaffolding, and then I'll bring them up to you in the main room.
Okay, so you put those on. I think then you go like plug this in.
And then don't look directly in it because you could be blinded. Just like your headlight.
Before I put the light up there, I went around and spray foamed the seal around the outside of the can light too. So trying to do everything I can. I've been pretty impressed with these cheap lights. They when they're on, they look basically exactly the same as our can lights.
Yeah.
When they're
totally
off, they
do.
look a little different, but
Are those done?
yeah.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they look like they go in like a canned light.
Yeah, it really is a good look when they're on, and it's so much easier. Very wobbly.
Let me get to my spot.
All right, we have that light all changed, and we've got our scaffolding moved, and we've decided that we're gonna do our faux blower door test just to see how much air is now coming through from the ridge vent and coming into the house, because maybe that was never the issue. Maybe now that we've got those bays at the bottom more blocked and we did that part on the outside of our house along our log wall, like maybe we'll go up there and it's all good. We're gonna light some incense. It's gonna be like our smoke test. So let's see how it goes.
Hi.
Yes. The incense is here.
I feel like I can feel air coming in. I definitely can feel air coming in. So I don't think we fixed it when we did our fixes out there.
Okay.
I think we need to take this down and add our insulation.
Okay.
I feel like it's enough of an air that like we should, the ones that are this big, I feel like we should just seal up with something.
All right, check in the bathroom.
It's like,
We've been going around the house and plugging up any of the spots where we can feel air coming in. The good news is we're feeling a lot less air coming in now that we've done those baffles and really worked hard on those areas. There was still some air coming in around where some of our exhaust vent piping went into the insulation. So we got that all sealed up, and now Ryan did some spray foam along some seams in our bathroom where trim will eventually end up covering it. And now Ryan's working on putting in more insulation around where it meets the beam within our bathroom. And then I think we're gonna have to come out here and do it within this bedroom area too.
Are you putting stuff into each bay?
yeah.
Okay, do you want me to cut like 3 more of those pieces the size that you had?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say I didn't.
Still not perfect, but
Not perfect, but better.
yeah. I want the blower door lady to come.
I know. Can you just come out with your blower door and just be like, oh, you guys are, yeah, it's going down.
All right, we have gone all around at the lower level and plugged up all of the different places where we could feel air coming in, except for where our tongue and groove meets, where each board would meet up there. We're gonna have to put in wood filler or silicone at those seams because air is coming in there. And now we're gonna take down that steel trim and start stuffing in insulation up there. We do have to be careful when we're doing it so we don't push that insulation all the way up and totally plug up all the airflow that you actually need. But Ryan's being very mindful of that as we go. So we feel like we did awesome in the bathroom doing it. So now we know what we're doing as we go into this room. Here we go.
Slide me over. Use the walls to brace yourself.
As I stand up.
And then grab the beam
I don't know what that means.
and put a hand on the beam. Oh God. Okay.
Okay. Oh my God.
Do you want to? I got it.
You really got it? All right, we are getting ready to head to my favorite place in our house. we're gonna go under our house where we have 3 feet of crawl space, and you know, we haven't been down there for a while, so I bet there's lots of cobwebs and just lots of fun stuff. So anyway, why are we going down there? We are going down there to seal up some holes that we know there may be from our gas lines and a few other spots that Ryan's thought of that may be affecting our blower door test. So we're gonna go get that done, and we'll take you guys along because I know you don't want to miss it. All suited up.
All right, you ready to go
Headlamp.
below?
Yep, my favorite spot.
Don't look at me straight in the eye with that thing. You'll blind me. Get out.
Okay. Okay, let's see if I can get my body in. Oh, I did it.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
And then this one and this one. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know if I got all of it, but I did as good as I can do. Well, the winter weather finally arrived. It's the beginning of February, and we thought we might make it through this winter without having a big snowfall, but we have finally got it. The road's covered, the deck is all covered, and we thought we were being smart, and I bought a snowblower this year, and I was all ready. I got this guy off of like Facebook Marketplace, and I was all ready to get it started. And then once we got it home, I wasn't able to get it running, and I fiddled with it for a couple weeks and I just couldn't get it running. So I got tired of having to work with gas appliances, gas snowblowers, and we were able to get a battery powered one, a battery powered snowblower by Badger. This snowblower uses a 40 volt rechargeable battery. I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing fired up, and we're gonna clear off all of the deck and then probably head down and clear off the driveway and see how far we can get. Pretty successful?
A little more fun than shoveling.
A little more fun. Still have 2 bars on our battery, so it's still half full. And then we have our second battery ready to swap out. So maybe we should go clear the road.
Easy.
Lots of places in the US have had a lot of snow this week, and we have been very glad that we've had our Badger snowblower. Our road going down to our main road is about 300 feet long, and we've been able to plow our entire road going down and back just on a single one of the 40 volt 4 amp batteries. And it's been so nice not having to worry about if our gas snowblower would start because I haven't been able to get it to start. So we just are able to put the battery on the charger and it is ready to go. For a battery powered snowblower, I've been very impressed with this unit. And it has a 20-inch clearing deck and can clear snow up to 10 inches deep, which is pretty impressive for a battery powered unit. And as we've been clearing on our road and through our property, it can pick up and shoot snow up to 26 feet away. And with the adjustable directional chute, you can change directions of the chute, so you don't even have to move from behind the snowblower to change the direction that you're shooting the snow, which really comes in handy when you're having to make multiple passes back and forth to clear a driveway. This unit has a brushless motor on it, so it's going to give you that increased power, and it's going to give you the longevity of the motor so it can last for years to come. And it's even got a powerful LED light at the front of it, so even if you're clearing snow in dusk-like conditions or early morning, you're going to be able to see what's in front of you. If you're interested in taking a look at one of these snowblowers, which I've been very impressed with so far, check out the links in our description and you can find out all the details. Now we're going to get back to the build.
All right, the other day we got done taking the metal trim down on one side of our beam, and what we're doing is going in there and putting in some extra insulation where we know there was a leak point. Don't worry, there is still room up there for air to flow through our rafter bays and go out the roof vent, but this was just a point where that outside air was trying to come into the house, which is what we're trying to prevent. So now we've got to go over to the other side, take off the metal trim over there, and things are going to get a little more scary over on that side because we will be going out onto our little landing there on the scaffolding, and Ryan gets to really hang out in the middle of nowhere while we take down that metal trim. So here we go.
Maybe we can just like slide it. I am Bionic Man! Okay.
Okay, little piece of trim down. 1, 2, 3. Well, please don't move. Are you gonna have a hand on it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It's free.
Ready for more?
I think so.
Okay, well I've got 3 altogether. All right, here we go. Big old air hole.
Yeah. I think I'm ready for the long pieces.
Okay. For the test. Feel drafty or feel okay? Like we just don't need to do it.
I mean, this part is really bad.
Okay. Let me get all the locks on.
Ready?
Okay, ready for insulation pieces, huh?
Yep.
never-ending battle.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hoping what we're doing up here is enough to get us to pass.
I know.
We are done doing the insulation that we wanted to do in our loft room area. So now we're to sealing up the areas where the pieces of tongue and groove met, and now the wood has shrunk because it's dried out. And there are some spaces where you can really feel air coming through that. Some are okay, but we're just going through and sealing the ones we see and we can get to easily. We don't know if we're going to attempt doing in the great room because that requires putting up the third level of scaffolding. We really don't want to do that, but we will be getting out our big scaffolding. We're going to do that so we can do all the candle lights in the great room. So that's what's next for us, but for today, we're done.